All right, let's dive right in. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are going to launch a bit of a detective investigation into one of the most common, yet, let's be honest, surprisingly frustrating household chores. We're pulling our insights today directly from the experts and verified customer reviews over at All Clear Dryer Vent Cleaning. They're a specialized local business in the Kansas City area, and they've been tackling this exact issue for years. So, put on your investigator hats and get ready to follow the evidence with me, because we're looking for clues to a hidden danger that might literally be lurking right inside the walls of your home.
Let me start off by asking you a really simple question. Are your clothes still damp? You know the exact feeling. You've waited an hour, you open up that dryer door expecting warm, fluffy towels, and instead, you're hit with a heavy, damp pile of laundry. It's a mundane annoyance, sure, but it is actually a massive red flag. Most of us just sigh, close the door, and hit start again. But this raises a much deeper question for us. Why is this happening in the first place? Well, if you find yourself mistakenly running your clothes through 2 or 3 drying cycles just to get them fully dry, you have just uncovered the very first major clue in our investigation. 2 to 3 cycles. I mean, think about that. That is definitely not normal appliance behavior. People so often assume their dryer's just getting old or, maybe they simply overloaded the drum. But our sources, including the thousands of cleanings done by Dan Millman and his team at All Clear, point to something else entirely. If you're hitting that start button 2 or 3 times, the problem usually isn't the machine itself. Section 1. The endless drying cycle and hidden hazards. So the crucial culprit here is a clogged dryer vent. Now, just to be super clear, we are not talking about that little lint screen you pull out and wipe off after every load. No way. We're talking about what's happening deep inside the walls of your home. A dense buildup of lint, debris, and sometimes even bird nests that completely bypasses that standard lint trap. Over years of use, this debris just accumulates inside the ductwork, hidden in your walls, floors, or way up on your roof, and it severely restricts the airflow. Your dryer literally needs to breathe to expel moisture. And when it can't, that damp air just stays trapped right in there with your clothes.
And this brilliantly illustrates why this issue absolutely demands your attention. The experts outline a very specific, escalating threefold threat. First, those increased drying times aren't just annoying. They're actively wasting energy and jacking up your electricity bills month after month. Second, you're causing severe damage to the dryer itself. The machine is constantly straining, working twice as hard just to push air through a blocked tube, which inevitably leads to expensive repairs or even having to prematurely replace it. But the third point, this one is absolutely the most critical. This isn't just about waste of money. It is a severe fire hazard. Lint buildup is actually a leading cause of house fires. Suddenly, that damp load of laundry isn't just an inconvenience anymore, right? It's a critical warning sign for your home's safety.
Section 2. The professional difference. Now, you might be thinking, hey, I can just grab a cheap brush from the hardware store and do it myself. But look at the difference here. Actually, scratch that DIY idea because those basic kits often completely miss the deep, compacted lint buildup, especially in long, winding ducts or 2-story homes. Professional methods, on the other hand, utilize highly specialized equipment. Companies like All Clear use high-powered vacuums and rotary brushes, designed exclusively for scouring those vents completely clean. Plus, they have the expertise to safely access really hard-to-reach areas, like tricky rooftop vent hoods, which, let's be honest, a standard homeowner just shouldn't be climbing up to tackle anyway. What's really impactful to us is how this translates to the actual customer experience. Just take a look at this Yelp review from Elena. Quote, "Did what he came to do, no upselling, and charged me what I was quoted over the phone. This humanizes our data perfectly." When you're dealing with home maintenance, there's often this very real fear of being pressured into unnecessary expensive HVAC services. But by hiring a true specialist whose sole focus is dryer vents, you get transparency. It means getting the job done safely without the aggressive sales pitch, paying a flat rate, and getting exactly what you asked for. Let's look at another piece of social proof because this perfectly highlights the verification process. Christina writes that Dan provided before and after pictures, along with readings on the improved airflow. A true professional won't just pack up their tools and tell you to trust them. No, they'll verify the results of their work through visual evidence and hard airflow data. You get to literally see the massive clog that was removed and the empirical proof that your home is finally breathing clearly again. Section 3. When to clean your vent. The baseline recommendation pulled directly from our source material is really straightforward. Experts recommend an annual dryer vent cleaning. Making this a regular once-a-year habit is absolutely the best way to ensure maximum safety for your family and maximum efficiency for your appliance. It's just a simple, proactive step that prevents a whole cascade of expensive and dangerous problems from ever occurring in the first place. Okay, let's break this down into a concrete action plan that you can use the very next time you do laundry. Step 1, check your drying time. If it's taking more than one cycle to dry a normal load, that is your first glaring red flag. Step 2, put your hand right on the top or side of the dryer while it's running. Is it unusually hot to the touch? A properly venting dryer should not be drastically overheating the room or the chassis of the machine itself. And step 3, if you notice either of these warning signs, or honestly, if you simply can't remember the last time the vent was cleaned, it's time to call a professional for an inspection. We also uncovered this fantastic little tip in the Nextdoor and Yelp customer reviews. Because, let's face it, many people forget about this chore completely until something finally breaks. But some specialized professionals offer long-term text reminders. One reviewer even mentioned being put on a 3-year automated text reminder service because their particular vent was staying relatively clean. It is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it approach. You get the peace of mind knowing your home is monitored, and you never have to worry about forgetting this vital maintenance because the experts will just reach out to you when it's time to check in. Which brings us to our final slide and a crucial challenge for you today. When was the last time you checked your dryer vent? Was it a year ago? 5 years ago? Maybe when you first bought the house? Don't wait around for an expensive appliance failure or far, far worse, a catastrophic home fire hazard to strike. Take control of your home's efficiency and safety by acting proactively. Go check those drying times today. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope it helps keep your home safe, and I will see you next time.